What's going on, guys? Goodfella here with another 3J gaming video. God of War finally has a release date. If you've been living under a rock, you didn't know that, but it finally is coming out April 20th, 2018, a little over 2 months away. Man, am I crazy excited for the new God of War. So a little bit of new info came out. We're going to talk a little bit about the additions that are out and just the hype around this awesome new installment of the God of War franchise. So what do we know? We know Kratos is back. We know Kratos is a son named Atreus. We know Kratos is now in the Norse region fighting Norse mythological creatures and what I can only assume are going to be Norse gods as well. Maybe we'll see Odin, maybe we'll see Thor, maybe Loki, who knows. We also know Kratos no longer has his Blades of Chaos, or his Blades of Athena, whatever you want to call them, whichever you're more comfortable with. He now has a axe and a shield. His axe is called Leviathan. It is super badass, tons of combos with it. He can throw it, he can bring it, call it back just like Thor's hammer. He also has a really cool shield that kind of rotates around his arm and forms into a shield, and he can bash people's brains in with it. You know, for having a son, I think that I really thought Kratos would be a little more lighthearted, but as it turns out, he is still just a super badass, gonna kill everything in his path rage monster, which is exactly what we need because that is what Kratos is. So Game Informer came out a couple of weeks ago. I was trying to get the video done, but a lot of things popped up, mostly me playing video games. Sorry, guys. One of the things that really stood out to me as far as some of the new info is that we're going to be able to craft armor, and I believe we're going to be able to craft shields as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. They were also asked if there was going to be any other weapons in the game besides the axe. They were extremely non-committal about the answer, so we can pretty much assume that there's going to be other weapons in the game. Maybe not a main weapon, but something else that we're going to be able to use. I believe the ESRB rating came out. It was either ESRB or some other rating came out, and it kind of said that there's other weapons in the game. It did say chained blades, so maybe in some sort of flashback or some sort of end game we're going to get the chains back, the Blades of Chaos, the Blades of Athena, or some variation of them. It did also say swords, so maybe another weapon we'll get are swords, kind of how like you had the gauntlets in God of War 3. But who knows? They won't say anything about it. They haven't shown anything on it. They did just say that the axe and the shield are the stars of the show, and rightfully so because they are super badass. The crafting, though, that is really what caught my attention. We've never had crafting before in a God of War. We know the game's narrative is going to be a lot different than previous games. The camera is extremely different. It's over the shoulder. It's not directly behind. It's a little bit closer to kind of give you that sense of, you're right in the action, right in the thick of things. So there's a lot of these big changes in the game. But the crafting is really what kind of caught my eye, where while the game is still linear to a point, there's going to be bigger areas for you to actually explore and obtain different materials. Now, I'm not sure if it's also killing monsters you get materials, or you're just finding them, or you're hunting, or however you may acquire them. But you are going to be able to craft different shields, I believe shields, and you're also going to be able to craft different armor, which is going to give you various benefits to things like health and I think combos for your weapons as well, damage output, stuff like that. You also are going to be able to put runes into your axe, Leviathan, and the runes are going to give you boosts, combos. Another thing in the article that I thought was really cool is that you're going to be able to sail around a little bit. You're not going to have your own boat. Kratos and Atreus are going to be just kind of finding these boats laying around, and that's going to be how you're going to traverse the water. So what kind of exploration is there going to be? And that's a question I kind of had. It's not going to be this big huge open body of water you're going to be traversing. To what extent are we going to be able to sail or boat in this game? What are the things we're going to be able to find? Are there hidden secrets? I hope so. So that was something I thought that was really cool. It was kind of just a little tidbit in the article that I really wanted to talk about, because We haven't had something like that in a God of War. So this really is, like I said, a more narrative-based game, which I am really excited for. To see that dynamic between Kratos and Atreus, his son. Those are just some of the newer info that came out. Not exactly a ton of stuff that was dropped on us, but definitely some really cool stuff. The fact that there's going to be sailing, the fact that the world's going to be a little more open, so there's going to be exploration, but it is still, you know, a linear story, and that we're going to be able to craft items. Now, I'm a huge collector, as a lot of you know who have seen our previous videos. There are 3 editions of God of War coming out. Which one is the best for you? Well, if you're not a collector, you're going to want to go with the standard edition. Standard edition is going to run you $59.99. As usual, all prices are going to be in US dollars. So if you just go with the $59.99 version, you do pre-order the game, you do receive some nice digital goodies. You get the Luck of Ages XP boost and 3 in-game shield skins. So just for pre-ordering the game, you're going to get the game itself, obviously, and you get some digital stuff, some add-ons. Not a bad deal. If you don't want to pre-order the game, no big deal. Next up, you got the God of War Collector's Edition. Now this is the edition that I personally am getting. Runs $129.99. You get the same bonus for pre-ordering all 3 editions. In the collector's edition, you get the full game. You get a 9-inch Kratos and Atreus statue by Gentle Giant, a limited steelbook case, a 2-inch Huldra Brothers carvings, exclusive lithograph, cloth map, and digital contents, which include Defender of the Chosen Shield, Death Bow's armor set, Exile's Guardian Shield, God of War digital comic number 0 by Dark Horse, God of War digital mini art book by Dark Horse, and a dynamic theme for your PS4. That is a pretty cool edition to get for $129.99. Usually when I'm doing my collector's editions, when I'm getting the game that I want, I always go with the amount of stuff you're getting, both physical and digital, versus the price. So I think that's a good price for the amount of stuff that you're getting, and that's the edition that I personally am getting. So the next edition is the God of War Stonemason edition. It's going to run you $149.99. So $20 more than the collector's edition. It comes with everything that is in the collector's edition, but it also comes with 3 additional physical pieces, which is the Stonemason's ring, Mirmir's head-talking keychain. If I said that wrong, I really apologize. And a 2-inch horse and troll carvings. So you really only get 3 extra physical items for $20. That edition didn't really seem to be worth it to me, so that's why I went with the collector's edition. Save myself $20 and forego the 3 extra physical items that come in the Stonemason edition. However, if you're a huge God of War fan or a huge collector in general, I say go for it if that's the edition you want to get, the big home run edition. So those are the 3 editions that are coming out for God of War. Remember guys, April 20th coming out, God of War, PS4 exclusive. Go pre-order it if you know you're going to get it, and hopefully it's going to be one of the best games thus far on PS4. Guys, if you liked the video, please hit the like button. It really helps us out. Subscribe to the channel for all things God of War. We'll be doing a ton of God of War videos before the game comes out and after the game comes out, because man, is that game going to be spectacular in my opinion. Follow me on Twitter at Goodfella_Joey. And as always, this is for you, bro.